What is up, y'all? Happy Saturday. Today we're going to be talking about carbohydrates and the importance of carbs in your life. Some people love them, some people hate them, but they will always be essential for your health. Um, so, we're going to talk about the function that carbs serve in the body, why they're essential to a balanced diet, and we're also going to, hey, who's here? Can you comment for me so I can see? We're going to talk about why they're important, also the specific considerations that you might want to remember if you have diabetes or you're a woman going through menopause. And if you're not, this is still, hello, welcome. And if you're not, this is still something that is going to be essential for you as a woman as you get older. Hey, Nikki. So feel free to drop any questions you have and in the comments, and if you leave them for me, I can answer them before we get done. So, what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are one of the three main macronutrients that you need in order to function properly. The other two being carbohydrates and or not carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Nikki, you got me distracted. And they're all essential to being healthy and having a balanced diet. So they're found in a wide variety of foods like fruits, veggies, even dairy products, and also grains. So carbs can be classified into three types, and those are sugars, which are um, basically anything that is absorbed quickly, like fruit and vegetables, and dairy is actually also considered sugar, and they are going to provide you with quick energy. The next is going to be starch. So these are complex carbs found in foods like breads, pasta, and rice. They're going to provide you with sustained long term energy. And then there's also fiber, but unlike starches and sugars, fiber isn't fully digested by our body. And it's found in some fruits, some veggies, as well as whole grains, legumes, and potatoes. So they all play a crucial role in digestive health, but especially fiber. So the key functions of carbohydrates are going to be energy, right? That is the main thing that carbohydrates do is they literally provide you with the energy to survive. So when we eat carbs, our body is going to break them down into glucose and energy and allows protein to be used for its essential function, which is to build and repair muscle tissues as well as other tissues in the body instead of using protein to be broken down and basically used to provide you energy when you're not consuming carbs. So that is the second function actually is it's going to provide you that repairing protein is going to provide you that repairing I don't know why I can't talk. Repairing. So we want to make sure that carbs are used so that we can spare the protein from being used for energy. Number three is it's going to support digestive health. So eating vegetables and fruits with dietary fiber is going to help you to maintain healthy digestion. It's going to regulate your bowel movements, prevent constipation, and can even lower the risk of certain digestive disorders. And they're also going to help regulate your blood sugar. So, complex carbohydrates, especially those with fiber, help create a fibrous net in your stomach when you eat them so that the carbs are more slowly digested. And if you're a woman, this is something that you can do to actually slow aging is eat your fibrous veggies first, which is going to slow down the absorption of anything like pasta or potatoes that you eat, which actually, fun fact, helps you prevent wrinkles. So why are they important for a balanced diet? Carbs are important because they're nutrient rich. So fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are packed with essential vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, all things that our body needs to function properly. Each fruit and vegetable has micronutrients, which are important and serve different functions to help you live and feel good. They're also important for feeling full and managing your weight. So, high fiber carbs can help you feel full longer, which can help with weight management by reducing overall calorie intake. They also help with your mental health, surprisingly. So, carbs influence the production of what's called serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter that affects your mood. And consuming enough carbs can actually help you feel happier and reduce the risk of mental health issues like depression. They're also going to be really important for performance and recovery. So, if you're someone who lifts weights, this is going to be really crucial for you. And the reason being is that carbohydrates are stored in your muscles as what's called glycogen. And then this glycogen is actually turned into glucose and it's broken down when you're working out to be used for exercise. And it's going to help you recover faster as well as perform better in your next workout. So remember to eat carbs pre and post workout. So, how do you know what carb is the right carb, right? So we're going to go for whole grains, which are brown rice, quinoa, wheat bread, um, and you're going to do, you're going to avoid things like white rice and white bread unless you're working out. Those are going to be those quicker absorbing and they're going to give you the energy you need for your workout. Number two is making sure you're eating plenty of vegetables. They're going to be rich in carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, and fibers. So you want to fill your plate half full with fruits and vegetables. And I always tell my clients that if you're putting veggies on your plate, you at least want one palmful. If you're going for feeling fuller, you might do two palmfuls. You also want to limit added sugars. So if you're drinking things like sugary drinks, Coke, or tea with sugar, then you want to limit those as well as like candy and baked goods. They're going to provide little to no nutritional value. So those are things we want to limit. Obviously, it's all about balance, so you can eat them sometimes, but just make sure you're not overdoing it. And then you also want to include things like legumes, which are beans, lentils. They're excellent sources of complex carbs with plenty of fiber, and they actually have protein. Especially if you're someone who doesn't like eating meat, this is going to be great for you. And another really great source of carbohydrates is going to be potatoes, and those are actually going to go in your starchy category as well. So if you are diabetic, or if you are a woman going through menopause, or if you're not, just store this for later. When you have diabetes, managing your carb intake is absolutely essential. And it's important to choose complex carbs that are high in fiber and they have a low glycemic index. So, what that means is they don't spike your blood sugar and they are going to help you stabilize the blood sugar over time. So you also want to make sure if you're diabetic that you are spacing your carb intake out over time so that way you don't spike your blood sugar by having 50 grams of carbs in one meal. Generally, it's recommended about 20 to 30 grams of carbs per meal if you're diabetic. And this helps you maintain your blood sugar levels throughout the day. If you're a woman going through menopause, a lot of changes start to happen that lead to weight gain, increasing your risk of insulin resistance. And all women, as we age, tend to be less receptive to carb and sugar absorption, anyways. So, this is slowly happening as you get older. It's not just like, oh, I'm 50 and going through menopause, now I'm insulin resistant. This is something that slowly happens over time. So it's good to be mindful of this as you get into your 30s, 40s, 50s. The number of carbs that you can consume at one time may be different in your 20s than it is in your 50s, but that's going to slowly change over time. You also want to reduce refined carbs and sugars, anything that's really processed. If you're going through menopause, these foods are highly calorie dense and you really want to avoid those and just focus on high fiber, nutrient dense carbohydrates like fruits and vegetables that are going to help you manage your mood as well as energy fluctuations. So, to summarize, carbohydrates are essential for a healthy and balanced diet. They are going to provide you with the support of your digestive system and contribute to your overall well-being. So you want to really choose those nutrient-dense foods that are high in fiber and can help you fuel your body the way that you need it and for the way that you want to live your life. So for those who need to manage their carb intake, like those with diabetes or women going through menopause, make mindful choices and that'll help you maintain optimal health. If you tuned in today, I really appreciate it. And if you're watching this later, thank you so much for watching. You can always comment your questions if you have any. And just remember that balanced nutrition is key to a healthy lifestyle and especially your weight loss journey. And if you enjoyed this session, just give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Add them to the Facebook group. Don't forget that I will be posting every week on Facebook Live once a week. I'm going to start doing 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Central. And I will see y'all next week for another nutrition chat.